Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Okay. So next one you're going to talk about formation of PDE, formation of partial differential equations by eliminating arbitrary function from. So all the, I mean, last class we have seen the functions, different type of function. Now we are going to see some function like pi of u comma v is equals to 0. So to eliminate the arbitrary functions from pi of u comma v equal to 0, where u and v are functions of x, y, and z. U and v are functions of x, y, and z. U and v are functions of x, y, and z. Okay. So what we have is we have been given some equation pi of u comma v is equals to 0. To eliminate the arbitrary function from this type of function, you need to find the determinant value. What you have to find is you have to find the determinant value of ux, uy, vx, vy is equals to 0. Once you evaluate this, automatically you will be eliminating the arbitrary function from this. Okay. Okay. You can take down form PDE form PDE by eliminating f, form PDE by eliminating f from f of xy plus z square, f of xy plus z square plus x plus y plus z equal to 0. F of xy plus z square plus x plus y plus z is equals to 0. So this is your given function. Okay. So what you're going to do is, what is your u? U is here, u is equals to the first one you take down. So u is equals to xy plus z square. And what is your v? V is equals to x plus y plus z. Find out ux. What will be your ux? Y plus 2zp. And what will be your vx? It will be 1 plus p. It will be 1 plus p. Similarly, find out uy. So what will be your uy? X plus 2zq. Okay. And here your vy will be equal to 1 plus q. Vy will be equal to 1 plus q. So what you have to do, you have to find the determinant value and equate it to 0. So you know that to eliminate f, we need to find mod of ux, uy, or you can even write it like this. I gave it like this, so I'll maintain that. Ux, uy, vx, vy is equals to 0. Now what is your ux? Ux is y plus 2zq. Y plus 2zq, sorry, 2zp, no ma? 2zp. And what about your uy? Uy is x plus 2zq. And here it is 1 plus p, 1 plus q is equals to 0. Now find the determinant value. We'll get y plus 2zp into 1 plus q minus x plus 2zq into 1 plus p equal to 0. You can multiply this, simplifies the terms, and so it will be y plus 2zp plus yq plus 2zpq plus yq plus 2zpq is equals to or minus you'll get x minus x plus 2z cube. So x minus 2z cube, right? X minus 2z cube, then minus xp minus 2z pq. 2z pq equal to 0. So 2z pq, 2z pq will be getting cancelled. So what else you have? Anything is getting cancelled? No. So you're getting y plus 2zp plus yq minus x minus 2zq minus xp. So what you can do, you can take some common terms. So you can take p outside. Once you take p outside, you will get y plus 2z minus x into p. See, no, sorry, why did I write y? Sorry. I'm taking commonly p outside from these terms. So I can write it as 2z minus x into p. Then what else I have? This and this is getting cancelled, right? Yeah. Then you have yq minus 2zq. So you can write this as plus y minus 2z into q. What is left out now? Y minus x. That's all. So similarly, simple type of problems you'll have, you can just solve it. All these are like just 3 marks questions. So these classes we have, what we did is we formed the PDE. Now what we are going to do is we are going to find the solutions of PDE. Okay, we are going to find the solutions of PDE. So before going into the solutions of PDE, generally, okay, in ordinary cases, how are you going to solve the PDE? Okay, solutions of PDE, partial differential equation, in ordinary cases. Solutions of PDE in ordinary cases. Okay, let me explain. Suppose they are asking you to find solve dou z by dou y is equals to sin x. Okay, what we want, we have to find the solution of this equation. Okay, we have to find the solution of this equation. So what is given? Dou z by dou y equal to sin x. So what is our idea? Our idea is to find the value of z. Our idea is to find the value of z. Integrate this. On integration, what you will get? Integral dou z by dou y. You are integrating with respect to, 1 minute, wait. Okay, I wrote it wrongly. That's why. Oh, it is x ma. Dou z by dou x is equals to sin x. So just integrate it. So even if you integrate it, you'll get sin x. Or sorry, integration of sin x will give you minus cos x plus the integrating constant. So integrating constant can be c, or it can be even the purely the function of y. Anything it can be. So you can just write on c or f of y. So this is your solution for this equation. So it is some, you have an equation, you integrate it, you try to find the solution for this. Suppose you take a similar function. Suppose you take a similar one. Solve dou square z by dou x square equal to sin y. I have dou square z by dou x square is equals to sin phi. So first time you integrate it. So first time when you integrate it, you'll get dou by dou x of dou z by dou x is equals to sin y. So you are integrating it. So you are integrating with respect to x. You are integrating with respect to x. So what you will get? You will get dou z by dou x is equals to integration of sin y will become x sin y plus the integrating constant. So we are doing it with respect to x. You can take the integrating constant as a function of y. Similarly, second time you can integrate it. Second time if you integrate it, you will get z. So z is equals to, you will get sin y into x square by 2 plus x into f of y plus some g of y plus x into f of y, which is your required PDE. That's all. This is your answer. So these are, there is no particular steps. Okay. So we have some equation, we integrate it and we try to find the value of x. So that is the normal cases when we have to integrate it. Okay, this is the solutions of PDE in the ordinary cases. So sometimes no, for these types of equations, some boundary conditions will be given. Why the boundary conditions will be given is to find the value of f of y, g of y accordingly. If it is given, you use it. If it is not given, you need not bother about it.
Hello, ma'am.
Tell me, ma.
Ma'am, we are using f of y and g of y because the variable is in sin y. Like, why is the variable? Therefore, we are using f of y and g and y.
I am integrating with respect to x. So all the other variables, whatever involved, will be the constants.
Yeah, ma'am. Like you took only y, therefore I was asking.
Yes, because I took y because I'm integrating with respect to x. Now here only z is a function of x and y.
Okay, okay,
Z is a
ma'am.
function of x and y, not any other variable. If some other variable is there, you can write y comma t or whatever it is.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, actually these are learned just to start with. I gave this. Now what we are going to see is we are going to see different solutions of PD. So I just showed you how to find the solution for a PD. Now we are going to talk about different solutions of PD. So first half, what we did, we formed the PD. Now we are going to find the solutions for PD. Different solutions of PD. Okay, so generally, you know that you have a function z is equals to some ax plus by. Okay, so it can be you can take z is equals to ax plus bi, or z is equal to some f into x given y, anything it can be, or y given x it can be. So any equation you're going to find the different solutions for the PD. So in generally, you remember when you did you solve the ODE, ordinary differential equation? How did you solve ordinary differential equation? How did you solve ordinary equation?
Ma'am, there were two parts to it.
Yeah, there were two parts. What were the two parts?
Complementary functions and particular integrals.
Very
Particular
good.
integral.
Complementary function and particular integral. See, if you take this equation, there are two arbitrary constants. So, you know, by eliminating the arbitrary constants, we find the solution of this. Okay. Similarly, here you have a function. Here f is a function. So we are going to eliminate it. So when we are trying to find the solution, again, it is going to be of some two parts, not two parts, in generally different kinds of solution you are going to get. So whatever we had there, complementary function, particular function, all these are called as here complementary integral, particular integral. That's it. Okay. So we are going to see types of solutions for different types of solutions for PD, solving the PD. Okay. So the first solution what I'm going to talk about is complete integral. Or you can even call it as complete solution. Okay. So just compare with the ODE. When you have ODE, you will solve the complementary function. How will be your complementary function? It will take different forms. A is equals to e power m1x plus a e power m2x if the two roots are distinct. So it will take the form ax plus b into e power mx if the two roots are same, and it will take a cos x plus b sin x into e power alpha x when you have imaginary roots. So these were the three forms you got it for the complementary function. So what you observed in the complementary function, a solution with number of arbitrary constants is equal to the number of independent variables is called complementary integral. Okay, a solution with number of arbitrary constants, okay, number of arbitrary constants equal to the number of independent variables. Number of independent variables is called complementary solution. Is called complementary solution. Okay. So next one, we are going to talk about particular integral. Next type of solution is particular integral. Okay. In complete integral, what do you have in complete integral? You have arbitrary constants. If you find the values for these arbitrary constants, then that is your particular integral. So you can just take down in complete integral. If we give particular values, to the arbitrary constants, particular value to the arbitrary constants, we get particular integral. We get particular integral. Okay. Then one more type of solution is there. Other than that, what we have seen there is singular solution. Singular solution, or you can even call it as singular integral. Singular solution, or you can even call it as a singular integral. integral. Okay. Suppose you have an equation. Let f of x comma y comma. So we have a PDE. So z comma p comma q. We have a PDE here. We are trying to find the solution for the PDE. Okay. So p and q are involved. So we have an equation involving x, y, z, p or q. Okay. So be a PDE. This is your PDE. Okay. What is our aim? Our aim is to find the singular integral or singular solution. How are we going to obtain the singular integral is, first of all, we will find the complete integral for the problem. The complete integral will be pi of x comma y comma z comma a comma b equal to 0. What did we observe? See, we have taken number of independent variables and number of arbitrary constants are same here. So x comma y comma z comma a comma b. So I'm simply replacing here. So when I find the solution, it is of the form I am taking some p equal to a and q equal to b. That is the form I have. So this will be your complete integral. Pi of x comma y comma z comma a comma b equal to 0. Okay. Now to find the singular solution. Okay. To find the singular solution, what you have to do is you have to take this as equation number. This is your given equation number 1. This is your equation number 2. Differentiate 2 partially with respect to a and equate it to 0, and differentiate 2 partially with respect to b and equate it to 0. Okay. Eliminate this, you can take it as 3 and this you can take it as 4. Eliminate a comma b. Okay. Eliminate a comma b using the equations 2, 3 and 4. 2, 3 and 4. Eliminating a, b from 2, 3 and 4, we obtain the singular solution. That means what? What do you understand? See, complementary function will have number of independent variables and number of arbitrary constants will be the same. But whereas the singular solution, you are going to differentiate partially with respect to the arbitrary constants with respect to a and respect to b and equate it to 0, and we are going to eliminate that arbitrary constant. So your ultimate solution will be of equation x, y and z. Ultimately your solution will be involving only the equations involving x, y and z, eliminating a and b. That type of solution, that solution is known as singular solution, or it is known as singular integral, Is it clear?
I'm going to repeat it once.
See, singular integral is nothing but we are eliminating the arbitrary constants a and b. Okay, we are eliminating arbitrary constants a and b. Ultimately, you will have a solution involving the variable x, y and z alone. Ultimately, involving the variables x, y and z. This solution is called singular solution. Just try to understand. You will be given one PDE. So in the PDE, if number of independent variables is equals to number of arbitrary constants, this solution is known as complete integral. If we give values to this arbitrary constant, that is known as particular integral. Okay. From the complementary function, you differentiate this with respect to pi a and equate it to 0, but differentiate to respect to pi b, differentiate respect to b and we equate it to 0, eliminating a comma b comma from the given from the complementary function and these two equations, we get one ultimate solution which will be involving z comma x comma y. This solution is known as a singular solution. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what we are going to talk about in the first type is types of first order non-linear partial differential equation. Can you tell me what is the meaning of non-linear or what is linear? What is a linear equation, ma?
Power 1.
Power 1 or power same?
Ma'am, I think power same.
Power same or power 1? Tomorrow you just clarify this and
Power
tell me.
1, ma'am, because power same will be homogeneous. Right?
Power same will be homogeneous. What is
Homogeneous linear.
non-homogeneous?
Then there can be different degrees of like differentiation in the same
No, no.
equation.
Homogeneous
Can
is
be
same
one.
power he's saying. Okay, I do agree that. What do you mean by homogeneous and non-homogeneous equation? You should know this. Since you said that, I'm asking you.
Yes, ma'am. In homogeneous, you will have like the same order of differentiation, like the order of differentiation for each term. But in non-homogeneous, you won't have the same order.
What about the right hand side, homogeneous and non-homogeneous?
Homogeneous, it will be 0.
Homogeneous equation will be equal to 0 and non-homogeneous it will be having some
Some variables.
some variables on the right hand side. Fine. Now I'll come back to your question. I asked about the linear and non-linear equation. So what did you say? If it is power 1, it is a linear equation. The powers are not same, it is a non-linear equation. Okay, what I have written is types of first order non-linear PDE. Can anyone tell me one example for first order non-linear PDE? First order means what? PDE means partial derivatives. First order partial derivatives are how many are there? Suppose you have a z is a function of x and y. What are the partial derivatives you'll have? Dou z by dou x, dou z by dou y. That's all. This will be the first order. If you go for this, it is a second order. If you go for this, it is a second order. All these are second order. So this is your first order PDE. Okay. So we are going to talk about the types of first order non-linear. So powers need not be same. Okay. Non-linear PDE. Okay. So in this we are going to see different types. In this we are going to talk about different types. So I'll differentiate as types and give it to you so that it's easy for you to understand. Okay. So first type we are going to talk about is equations involving P and Q alone. Equations involving P and Q. Equations involving P and Q. Just a second. Just take the problems and come back to. So what I was talking about, yeah. So what did you say about the linear? You said the power should be same. Yeah, the equations involving. Now we are going to see first order with non-linear PDE. First type is we are talking about equations involving P and Q alone. Equations involving P and Q alone. I'll give off the procedure for solving this, so that it will be easy for you to do the problems. Okay, can take down. So equations involving PLM. So what is our type is type 1. So we have f of p comma q is equals to 0. This is your given equations. So equations involving p and q only. No x, no y and no z. Okay. Whenever you have this type of equation, how are you going to find the solution here is, 1 minute. How are you going to find the solution here is, this is, yeah. It is not working. Better this is. Okay. So what I was talking about, so equations involving only P and Q alone. Okay, equations involving only P and Q alone. How to move out this, yeah. So whenever you have this type of PD, what you're going to do is you're going to substitute. Okay, you're going to substitute P equal to A. You're going to substitute P equal to A. Okay, after substituting P equal to A in the given equation, so what will happen? Your equation is involving only P and Q. You're substituting P equal to A. So ultimately your equation will be of the form pi of some A comma Q. Pi of some A comma Q equal to 0. This will be the form. Okay. So from this you can write Q is equals to purely the variable of A. You can write Q as some purely the variable of A. So after finding this, the solution of this PDE will be of the form dz is equals to pdx plus qdy. Dz is equals to pdx plus qdy. So how are you going to do it? So you're going to have dz is equals to p. In the place of p, you're going to substitute it by a. So a dx. What is your q? Q is also in terms of a. So pi of a into dy. Integrate this. On integration, you will get back the required PDE. Get back the required PDE. This is the first step procedure for the type 1. Is it clear? Anyone has any doubts in this?
I'm so replacing one variable by A. That's what the
Actually,
type
we can even replace P equal to A or Q equal to B, but I'm telling you to stick on to one. You will not get confused. So better substitute P equal to A whenever you see equations of the type P comma Q equal to 0. That will be easy for you to solve. That's why I'm giving you only one procedure.
Okay, ma'am.
So if you see books, they would have even used Q equal to B.
Ma'am, for this type, we can do either P is equal to A or Q is equal to B.
What, ma?
Ma'am, so for this type, we can either do P is equal to A or Q is equal to B. Like both can.
Yeah, we can do, but you can stick on to one method, whatever I'm teaching. That would be easy for you because you will not get confused. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma. So to find the solution, actually, what I have to do is you have to find the solution using the complementary function. So in generally, your complementary solution will have the form z is equal to some ax plus by plus c. So that you will ultimately get by this exact equation. So directly I'm giving you the exact equation so that it's easy for you to solve. Okay, you can just take down. We'll do some problems based on this. Okay. Before going into the problems, I just wanted to ask you a few questions. Can anyone tell me what type of equation is this? Or you can even take z on the right hand side so that it's will not have any. It's a linear equation or non-linear equation?
Linear, ma'am.
Linear equation. Okay. What order is this?
First order, ma'am.
Order 1. First order linear equation. Okay. What about this? Plus some y into dou square u by dou y square plus dou square u by dou z square equal to some 1 or 0 also you can take. What type of equation is this?
Linear second order.
Very good. It is a linear second order. That's why I asked you whether it has to be always 1 or not. Linear order is 2, second order. It is a linear equations, but order 2. Okay, I'll give you one more example so that you will differentiate it. Suppose you have dou square u by dou x dou y. Okay, is equals to dou u by dou x the whole cube. What type of equation is this? It's a linear or non-linear first? Because if you know this difference only, you will be able to identify the problems. It's a linear or non-linear?
Ma'am, it's linear.
How it is linear here? It is non-linear equation. Here you have dou square u by dou x dou y. Here you have only dou u by dou x. What is this order of this equation? Order of this non-linear equation is 2. Order is 2. Okay. Generally, I told you in the first class itself, order and degree. Okay. What is the degree of this equation?
Ma'am, 3.
Is it?
One.
Degree is 1.
One
Whichever
one.
the highest order, that power is only the degree. Okay, so I hope you'll understand what is a linear equation. What is a, here also it is a linear equation. It is a first order linear equation. It is a second order linear equation. And here we are going to talk about, and this is a non-linear equation. So what is that we are seeing here? Types of first order non-linear PDE. We are taking non-linear PDE involving only first order. Is it clear? Fine.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
we'll move on to the problem solving. Just take down solve PQ equal to 1. Solve PQ equal to 1. Okay. So you can just write down what is this solve PQ. So this is of the form f of P comma Q equal to 0. That is type 1. This is for your reference because there are 4 types. So type 1. Okay. Whenever I say type 1, you know that you have to, what you have to do, ma? Put P is equals to A. So when you put P is equals to A, you will get A into Q is equals to 1. What will be your Q? Q will be equal to 1 by A. The required solution is dz is equals to P dx plus Q dy. Sorry. Plus Q dy. So dz will be equal to, what is your P? P is A dx. What is your Q? Q is 1 by A into dy. Integrate this. So z is equals to ax plus 1 by A into y plus the integrating constant c. So this is your complete integral for the problem. Why do you call this as a complete integral? How many independent variables are there? X and y are your independent variable. How many arbitrary constants are involved in this? 2 arbitrary constants are involved, A and C. So therefore, this is your complete integral for the required problem. This is your complete integral for the required problem. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next one you can take down. Solve P square plus Q square is equals to N into PQ. Solve P square plus Q square is equals to N into PQ. So again, this is of the form f of P comma Q equal to 0. So put Q is equals to A. Sorry, P is equals to A again, right? So put P is equals to A. So what will happen? You'll get A square plus Q square is equals to NAQ. Okay, A square plus Q square is equals to NAQ. Now from this, what our aim is to find the value of Q first. Okay, so after finding the value of Q, we can just substitute it. So I can write this equation as Q square minus NAQ plus A square equal to 0. What is this? This is a quadratic equation in Q. Quadratic equation in Q. So how can I find the solution for this? Find the solution for this using this. So Q will be equal to minus B. What will be your minus B? Minus N into A. So plus NA, okay, plus or minus square root of B square. What is your B square? N square A square minus 4AC. So you will get 4 into A into C divided by 2A. So this will be Q will be equal to plus or minus NA plus or minus square root of N square A square minus 4A square divided by 2. So you can take A square A outside. So A square you can take outside. So you'll get it as A. So into square root of N square minus 4. You'll get N square minus 4 divided by 2. Okay, divided by 2. Now you can just substitute the value of this. Therefore, the required solution is dz is equals to pdx plus q dy. Okay, so dz will be equal to adx plus q dy. What is your q? Q is plus or minus na minus or plus. Why did I write plus or minus here? It is only plus, no ma.
Yes, ma'am. Plus one.
So it is only plus here. So I'll get plus Na minus plus or minus a into square root of n square minus 4 by 2 into dx. Come on, integrate this. So we'll get z is equals to ax plus all this is constant, ma. Nas, everything is constant. Pdx plus q dy. So you will get Na plus or minus a into n square minus 4 by 2 into y plus the integrating constant c. Plus the integrating constant c. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, but we have 3 arbitrary functions.
Where are 3 arbitrary functions? N was given in the problem. They never said that it is an arbitrary function. It can be some constant.
Okay, ma'am.
So this is your complete integral for the problem. Just make a note of it because sometimes now they will ask you find the complete integral for the following. Simply they will question you like this. Okay, that's all. We'll wind up here. We'll do the other types in the next class. You need to do one quiz, right? So quiz 2. So quiz 2, your portions you can keep. What did I give for quiz 1? I gave only module 1 and module 2, I guess. So you can take module 3, module 4 and module 5 also for the quiz 3. You will write it before CAT or after CAT?
After.
Ma'am, after CAT.
Okay, in case if you're
Ma'am,
writing after CAT, I'll be uploading the DA for you. Okay, I'll be uploading the DA for you, which will contain few of the CAT 2 portions and after CAT 2 portions.
Okay, ma'am.
Clear?
Okay.
The intention of the DA is not to torture you. It is only for you to give the practice for this module 3, module 4 and module 5.
So, ma'am, we have to upload in Meetup
No.
also, right?
You have to upload only during your deadline, whatever is before that deadline. But you will be able to do
December
only,
3rd, right, ma'am?
yeah, you will be able to do only few set of questions now. Half the set of the questions you'll be able to do only after I teach after CAT 2.
Got it,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, so
Ma'am, how
probably by
many modules CAT 2?
CAT 2, your portions are, we did half the module, 2.5 modules we had, no ma? For the CAT 1, we did
Yes,
till Lorentz series and Taylor series. After that, singularities, types of singularities, whatever it is, residues, that one was left out in that module. Along with that, you have module 4 and completely module 5 also. Module 5 I have not yet finished. So I'll be finishing it by next week. Whatever I take till 1 or 2 days before, it will be there for the CAT. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Just 2 minutes to take the attendance, then you can leave. Total differential.